Hi, I'm David Sheehan from HopNews.com, and we're here at the Hopkinton Education Foundation's Winter Gala. This year's theme is Grant a Wish. And we're here with WBZ talk show host Jordan Rich. Jordan, what are you doing here tonight?
What am I doing here? Oh, yes, I am the guest auctioneer tonight. I'm very honored to be here. It's a beautiful setting, and the idea that these folks are all doing it for their kids is wonderful. So we're going to be auctioning off a ton of really top-flight items and making some money for the cause.
Now, your show covers mainly feature stories rather than like hard news or politics. Have you covered either of these before?
I'm sorry, have I covered what?
Have you covered these types of stories before?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry. It is an eclectic program, but I love to talk to people who are doing some good in the community. And a lot of times we focus on education. And when you see parents involved like this, to the extent that they're having this big gala and spending all their time organizing it, it's really cool. But I'm impressed. Setting is beautiful and the items are great.
What's one of the most interesting guests you've had on the show?
Oh my goodness. I have a variety of guests on a weekly basis, 15 or 18 different segments a weekend. It ranges from actors and athletes to a lot of interesting authors and quite frankly real people who sometimes have great stories to tell. So I don't really have any favorites at the moment, but I'm trying desperately not to be bored myself.
Cool. Do you think this interview will further your career in any way?
This interview? Oh, absolutely. Knowing that I'm here on HopNews is very impressive. And you're an outstanding interviewer, by the way.
Thank you.
No, every time you stick a mic in front of my face, I start speaking. It's kind of what I do.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Pleasure.
And we're here with Kathleen Buckley of Star Realty. Kathleen, what are you doing here tonight?
I'm enjoying this fabulous night out. The Gala Committee always puts on a spectacular event. This is a wonderful venue, and I'm happy to be here with some of my agents and lots of friends from town, and mood is good, and I'm looking forward to a good evening.
How else are you involved?
Well, Star Realty is very fortunate to be in the position to sponsor the Hopkinton Education Foundation in their fundraising efforts. We've actually been sponsoring since we've been a corporation in 2004, so we're glad to be able to do it again this year.
And we're here with Erica Paul, broker owner of Hallmark 70s International Realty. Erica, what is your role here tonight?
We are actually the proud sponsors of the game room tonight. This is our second year in a row sponsoring the game room, and we're excited to be here, and that's it.
Cool. Thank you very much.
All right.
And we're here with Rebecca Roback, Vice Chairman of the School Committee. What are you doing here tonight, Rebecca?
What am I doing here? Enjoying the great time, hoping the Hopkinton Education Foundation makes lots of money. We really appreciate all they can do for the schools, particularly in these tough economic times. So it's great that everyone's here. They've got a full house here, and hopefully people will be spending lots of money on the auctions and whatnot too, as well. Well, I'm Vice Chair of the School Committee, so we are here just to thank them for all they do for the schools. They certainly allow a lot of teachers to do projects that they otherwise wouldn't be able to. We really appreciate all the money that they do raise for the schools, and as I said, in these tough economic times, there's certainly things we would never be able to afford to put in our budget, so we really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I'm president of the Hopkinton Education Foundation, and I'd like to welcome you all here tonight and thank you for coming out to support the foundation and help raise money for our 2010 grant program. We're so fortunate in Hopkinton to have many talented and creative teachers and administrators, and we appreciate the presence of several of them here this evening. Because of their initiative in bringing innovative programs and teaching techniques to their classroom through HEF grants, our children have benefited from the following this past week alone. Your kindergartner had a chance to play a new instrument and experiment with hands-on science units. Your Elmwood student learned about fossils through the use of play and took a virtual tour of her body organs using smartboard technology. Your fifth grader analyzed and broadcast the weather, excuse me. News is maybe the next grant. Your middle schooler used VoiceThread technology to learn a foreign language and RM mathematics to visualize their math lesson. And your 10th grader honed their writing skills using Criterion software. We can't wait to see what new programs and initiatives are born from this year's grant cycle. Each year our grant budget is dependent on our fundraising success. We're already off to a great head start tonight with the help of our generous Gala sponsors.
Thank you, Kim. Actually, So I do apologize in advance, but it's actually coming back. But I'd like to begin on behalf of the Hopkinton School Committee and the administration in thanking all of you for coming this evening. It's quite an impressive turnout for an absolutely wonderful event. It's actually hard for me to believe that this is my 10th consecutive HEF Winter Dance, or as it's now referred to, the Gala. When I first came to Hopkinton 10 years ago, I quickly became familiar with a phrase that's probably known to many of you. And it's a catchy phrase from the HAA and the marathon that says, in Hopkinton, it all starts here. I kind of liked it, and I even borrowed it on a few occasions for school district publications. Initially, I thought it was all about location, but I soon came to realize that phrase really does embody a whole lot more. Because in Hopkinton, it isn't about a place, it isn't about a location. In Hopkinton, it all starts in here.
And we're here with Kim Cucci. Kim, what are you doing here tonight?
Tonight we are hosting the Winter Gala to support the Hopkinton Education Foundation. It's our largest fundraiser, and it raises money for our 2010 grant program for the Hopkinton Public Schools.
What inspired you to do all this?
You know, the Education Foundation has been around since 1992, and it was founded to provide teachers and administrators with an opportunity to try out their most innovative, cutting-edge ideas in the classroom. And so we raise money and provide seed money for those projects to try to keep our schools the very best they can be. We're so grateful for the support. We have 350 people here tonight showing their support for the schools. If it wasn't for their generosity, our generous corporate sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do the things that I had indicated before, like having RM mathematics at the middle school, doing the criterion writing program at the high school. And what we get really excited about is we're able to provide seed money for these programs that then are, if proven effective and successful, can be brought and rolled out among the district and meet a greater range of needs for the children.